Pretty sure this thing goes live when I'm uploading it. But let's check. That was yesterday's live. Where's today's live? There it is. If you guys are on, say hi. Hey Tasha, hey Carl. Let's see who else. I think I'm the other person on right now. So yeah, what's up? I want to talk about my clients have been emailing me like crazy right now. So I kind of want to talk about it's October, and no matter what business I was working with industry wise, like there are certain things you should be doing at certain points of the year. If you're on the live, say hi. Let me know you guys are here. I'm also asking you what are the conversations you're having with your clients right now as far as deals and offers. Let me know in the comments because I want to talk about kind of what your conversation should be. But I'm really interested to know what they are right now. So what deals are you guys talking about? What offers? What industry are they in? Let me know. I want to know so we could talk about where you should be right now. Even if your clients are month to month, a year, it doesn't matter. Hey, Don. Guys, let me know what your conversations are with your clients right now. What deals are you guys talking about? What offers you're talking about? What industry? I really want to know right now because it's October, and I know for every industry I work with, I start having certain discussions this time of year. So, hey, Don. Hey, Lewis. He just joined on. I have a conversation with a realtor, how to sell those apartments. Realtor's probably the one that this applies to the least, maybe, right? So it still applies, but it's a different conversation I have with the realtor. And you'll see why. Treats. No, I'm not. It's not. See, Lewis, that's what you should not be doing. Talking about Halloween in October with your clients. Because if you're talking about Halloween in October with your clients, then you're already too late. FYI. But yeah, I could use some candy right now. I've got my first real estate trial client. He is one of the top ones here in Toronto. If I bring him results, I will be open. I believe will open up the doors for me. I'm excited, but at the same time scared because I feel like I can't bring results. It's new construction condo, and he provided me with one video. Damn, one video. Any recommendation for someone that's experienced with that, at least where to get some examples? Yeah, I don't know about that link, but what I will say, because I just had this conversation in my private student group, is about confidence, especially you guys who are starting off. I had just talked about how Jeff Miller went on a live. I was literally up till 5 a.m. But he went on a live like 4 a.m. my time, normal time for you guys. And he was talking about how he took the spa masterclass that him and I did a month or two ago. And he went and pitched through his connections and through Chamber of Commerce and stuff. He pitched another similar very similar spa franchise to my current clients, and how using that masterclass, they just wrote him a check. So I told my clients, I'm like, you guys all have the spa masterclass. What are you waiting for? Like, it doesn't even have to be a spa franchise. Go for a franchise, period. Because the nice thing about franchises, once you have one location on there, and you're showing results, it's really easy for the next ones to follow in line. So those of you who are struggling to find new clients or always feel like you're searching and searching, that's a cool new trick. So if Jeff can do it, and Jeff's never worked with spas before, he only went off of the information in that masterclass, everyone else can do it too. So you all have the same information. So what it comes down to, though, Alex, is confidence. So this is so one of my students said, said that one of the things holding her back is confidence. And my response was, okay, I've worked for Fortune 500 companies, big names like Disney and Regal. Do you guys think they have all their shit together? Do you think on the back end, their processes, that they have all their shit together? Because I will tell you firsthand from being in there, they don't. So really what it was is we would take it one step, one day at a time. You adjust, you keep going. You adjust, you keep going. You adjust, you keep going. And that's the same application you should be applying to your agencies. Don't think you need to know it all and have it all in order to move forward. You have to have that confidence. Because do you think Disney or Regal are showing you that their computer system stuck in the back, their sales process is still being worked on, like all this stuff is still being created as they go along? They don't show you that, and you would never know that unless you worked for them like I did. But it's all because of the confidence and what their knowledge in their product at the end of the day, right? So I've always said, as long as you know your product, you can be confident enough to sell it to pretty much anybody, right? So that's what these Fortune 500 companies are doing. Why aren't we doing the same? Like, follow in the footsteps of successful organizations, because I promise you, their backends are a mess and they're always making changes every day. They don't have all the answers right away. One of the biggest things they taught us in Disney is when we don't have the answer, go find someone or something and create the answer. So don't always think that you have to have everything ready to get going, because the longer you wait for everything, the less money in your pocket, right? So yeah, Alex, it's all about confidence. As far as recommendations for selling condos, yeah, videos obviously and photos are huge when you're negotiating deals with realtors or big like construction condos like that, investment people. They need to know that they need to spend a couple grand into good real estate photography and good videography. That's the best way you're going to sell and hit it out of the park. So usually if I'm negotiating with them, that's part of the negotiation, whether I need to provide them that service, white labeling it, right? Or they're going to do it and provide me the video. So Don's, let's say, hey Sadie, hey Krista, Naomi, hey Natty. Great job, thank you. Hey Demetrius, nice to see you too. Hey Don, that is so true. I was an owner of a franchise and the owners talk within the franchise group. The corporate office was horrible at helping with the marketing. Exactly. Don, what franchise were you from? Are you in my franchise? I wonder if you're, Don, what franchise are you in? Because that is exactly the franchise I work with. So yeah, we create a co-op, we discuss marketing. I created a discussion group on the side because corporate doesn't really support enough. Actually, the company that yeah, no, it's not the same one, but Jeff signed on with, you guys know it and he announced it, it was Massage Envy, but they actually have a marketing co-op where they all pay into so corporate can put extra funds. So they're probably like the more advanced than I've ever seen. But even then, having that support from corporate, you see the franchisees are still looking for support, still looking for that digital marketing, right? So it's still possible. So yeah, it doesn't have to be spas too, guys. Like even that masterclass, if you take it, if you've seen the masterclass, let me know and let me know what you thought about it. But if you've seen that masterclass, it's beefy and you can apply that to any franchise. It's not only spas, guys. There's gym franchises. I'm talking to a smoothie franchise. Like there are so many different types of franchises out there. Don't only think you can apply it to spas only. So Alex says, thanks so much. Sadie, hearts. Hey, Joshua, one of my students. Michelle just jumped on another one of my students. How do you pitch to franchise owner? How do you find franchise owners to pitch? So honestly, the best way I would say is, so what I had said is you try to go to area developers if you can. So most structure of franchises is, so you have corporate, or you have the creator, then you have corporate, then you have what's called area developers. So these investors pay, $500,000, $1 million to purchase an area. It doesn't mean that they're the ones going to develop the properties within that area, but they own, let's say, all of New York. Like one of my clients owns all of New York, or one of my clients owns the south side of Texas, or my other client owns the south side of South Florida. So those are area developers. When you're able to reach an area developer, anybody that builds under their umbrella pretty much has to do what they say. So you will have, a lot of times the area developer will own properties, but they will also sell franchises under their umbrella. So they're the ones who are going to say, okay, guys, start working with this person. This way. That's pretty much like how mine grew, because I started with an area developer and then it branched out from there. And then once I showed results with those properties, then New York is like, okay, well, what is she doing down there? Can she do it for me up here? And then Texas is like, oh my God, we hear about Stephanie. Why can't she do it over here? And it's just that kind of like branching that happens. So yeah, I would try to go for area developers if you can. That's my best bet. How do you reach them? Just look up their information. They're on LinkedIn, they're online, they're go to call the actual franchise itself and ask who is the area developer and what is a contact email. Like just call and ask, honestly, because they're easily accessible. So hey, let's see, Carolina's on, Valerie's on. So if you're on, guys, say hi, drop a like. So what I wanted to talk about, I haven't even talked about it yet. Let me know in the comments, what are your current clients and what are the deals and discussions you guys are having currently? And I'm going to tell you why, because pretty much every business that I have worked with, around this time, you should be having the same discussions no matter what. So whether you're in restaurants or you're working with, let's see who else, restaurants, obviously spas, even in the movie theaters, like it didn't matter who I was working with this time of year. Like it's actually a little bit late, but you should not be talking about the deal that you're running next week. You should have already had that done. So let me know what deals or industries that you're working with in the comments so that I can kind of comment on that. But so what I'm going to tell you is, so all the discussions and emails that I'm having with my clients right now are about, and actually my new client, I had this discussion with already a month ago, and they have a deadline to finalize it by October. So let's say, for example, so my old clients, they get a little more time because we usually just run last year's deal if it worked really well. But my new client, for example, let's say you just signed on a new client. Everybody knows I don't do long-term contracts. I do month to month. I've never found a need for it. I'm not looking to lock anybody down. When I bring people on or new clients on, I let them know you better be in this for a minimum of 3 months because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste mine. It's a learning process. And even though I know I'm going to hit it out of the park before that, I still like set up their mentality to be here for 3 months. They can leave before if they want to. I've never really had that happen. So when you come around this time away, because I know a lot of you guys get scared, like, oh my God, they're going to leave me next month or whatever. But if you start the discussions ahead of time, so right now, my discussions right now with the clients are, I know I'm being redundant in my brain, my coffee is not kicked in yet. If you start telling them, okay, guys, it's October, we're doing just regular, like, for example, I'll give you my spot. We're doing a regular introductory offer right now. There's no discount, there's no deal, which is fine. It's getting great results, great conversions, but guess what? The holidays are coming. So think about the holidays, think about the offers you want to run, think about the deals we're going to run, because by October 31st, I need all of that information. Now, this client is month to month. They can technically leave, tomorrow or the next day. But when you're starting to get that hamster wheel in their brain rolling of, oh my God, Christmas is coming up. Oh my God, we can run all these promotions. Now they're like, oh, we have to stick around for November, or we got to stick around for December and run these deals. Like, so it's kind of just getting them in the mindset of like, oh, we're going to be with Stephanie in December. We're going to be with Stephanie in November because that's the holidays. That's the good times. That's the busy times, right? That's when a lot of people spend money. There's always a drop, right? So in most industries, the big sales are now in November, December. This is even when I did events. People would buy, concert tickets for their family. There's a drop off in January of people spending money, and then it picks back up in February and then back up in May. That's for most businesses, other than their year-round, like everyday mundane deal. These are like peaks, right? Peaks that businesses go through. So if you start having the conversation with your client saying, okay, we're going to run this offer, this $35 chiro deal or whatever, but just keep in mind, you have Black Friday coming up, you have Thanksgiving coming up, you have Christmas coming up. So you need to start talking about those deals with them. The other thing you need to do is talk about now so this is what I did when I started working with my franchises. I pulled their sales numbers from the previous 2 years. And the reason I wanted to see like when the peaks were of people buying money in the previous years. So did they start buying it 3 weeks out? Did they start buying it 4 weeks out? And when I did the research, just literally took me half a day to look at some reports and come to a conclusion. I found that, especially for the spas, the sales only happen starting around 13 days prior to the actual holiday. So Christmas time, so those people who start advertising on December 1st and spending massive amounts of money on December 1st, and by the time you get down to December 15th or December 20th, you're running out of money. I actually create it backwards the other way. So I just start like mostly with like email dripping in the beginning, and then that's when the ads start like blowing up afterwards. And I really condense my ad budget. This is why I tell you guys, do not tell your clients a daily budget, tell them a monthly budget, because then that allows you the flexibility to move that budget around. You might have been spending $5 a day in the beginning, but now you can spend $15 a day later on when it really counts, when people are making those money buying decisions. So tell me if that makes sense. Tell me if you have questions about that. Does that make sense to you guys? Like when you're talking to your clients, don't talk about a daily budget, talk about a monthly budget, because you don't need to do that same $5 every day. You can do $5, or you don't have to do the $10 every day. You could do $5 in the beginning. And now in the last 15 days or the 13 days, when people really spend their money, that's when you're upping your budget to $15, $20. And now your conversion rate is 10 times higher. So let me know what you guys think about this. Does it make sense? Do you have questions? So it's October. Really, you should have been starting October 1st. Start talking about the holidays. So what I start talking about now is a Black Friday deal. And the Black Friday deal, you only run like 5 days to you can start doing a sneak preview, what I call, like 2 weeks before, like, hey, here's an email sneak preview what the deal might be. But I don't run any ads until probably like the 5 days before. Obviously, you set them up a little bit before because of approval process. But the 5 days before, and then that's when you hammer Black Friday, first come, first serve. It's done. Once it's done, it's done. Then after that, now you're starting with Christmas and the holidays. But remember, I don't really start hammering my ads, and I save up my ad budget till the very end. Because people, what I found in the industries when I pull my reports, so I'm telling you guys, don't assume this for your industry either, but ask your owners to give you the sales report for the past 2 years. And when you're asking for these reports, let them know it's for your benefit to make sure that we're putting the ad dollars on the days that it counts and we're not wasting it on the other days. So yeah. Oh, and start talking about New Year's too. New Year's is a big one as well. So like I said, it goes up until New Year's. Everybody spent all their money by New Year's Day, and then they wait for their tax refunds to start spending money again on Valentine's Day. So that's the usual habit that I've seen. You know, every business has seasons. It's really finding out what are the seasons. Okay, so guys, let me know if that makes sense, if what your industry is and how do you think you can apply that to your industry, and I'll be sure to answer that. But other than that, that's what I wanted to share. I wanted to make sure you guys are having the right conversations with your clients right now. And also, even if they're a new client, if you start talking about the holidays, they already have in their head like, hey, oh, I'm going to be with Stephanie in December. Oh my God, I got to be with her in November because we already set up these deals and these offers. So it's kind of like a mind trick in how to get them long-term to at least stay with you for sure for another couple months, and gives you more of an opportunity to provide results. So Michelle says, makes sense. I could see how that relates to spas, but would you use the holiday offer for jiu-jitsu studio or swim school? Yeah. So like, for example, jiu-jitsu studio or swim school, if I have nieces or not, like I just had a niece, or I have godchildren, or if you're a grandparent, or if you're giving a gift. So if you create a deal where they're able to get like a voucher of some sort or a deal, and they're able to pre-buy these things as a gift for students, it's all in your copy and how you word it. So if you're wording it, hey, get this as a gift for your kids, make sure they learn how to swim when it comes up, or hey, get the perfect gift is, jujitsu classes, keep them healthy, keep them this, keep them that, and get them something they're gonna love and not just, play for 5 minutes and toss. So yeah, absolutely. Like just think of whatever your organization it is, how can you package that into a deal or like a gift? Like if you have kids, I don't have kids, but I know enough kids and parents. I know enough parents to know that, hey, not all of them can afford those dance classes or the jujitsu classes. So if somebody buys a 10 pack of swim classes, that's 10 less that I have to pay for my kid, right? So it's all in your copy at that point in how you're wording it. You're not just wording it, hey, get 10 swim classes for $30 each. You're wording it like, here, give the gift of learning how to swim for the kids and making sure they don't drown. Obviously don't write there, but you get my point. Like it's all in how you word it. And that's what I say with deals too. Like if your client doesn't want to do any kind of discounts, okay, who cares? Just word it differently. So they could give a gift of an experience instead of a print. Yes. Oh, of course. Okay, so this is where I messed up. And if my friends go on this live, they're gonna laugh at me and they can more than welcome a comment. So for my birthday this year, I'll give you an example, Michelle. I'm anybody who knows me, like I'm not a big materials person. Like anything that I want, I just get it myself. I'm not good at receiving gifts from people. I'm not good at receiving compliments. Like I have a big issue with this, right? So for my birthday this year, I'm like, actually every year in Christmas, people say, what do you want? And I never say what I want because I don't want anybody to buy me stuff. Like I know everybody works hard for their money. I value that. So I'm terrible at telling anybody I want anything because I don't. So for this birthday, I was like, okay, just so everybody doesn't get mad at me and they don't bother me, I told them, I'm like, please don't buy me things. Just buy me an experience like that we can all do together. So experiences, right? So it was a good idea. I thought, but they were all like, sorry, my cursing, but shit, like what kind of experience do we buy her? But if anybody knows me, like I like concerts, I like events, I like shows, I like whatever. Like I thought it was a pretty no-brainer. But yeah, so they did buy me experiences. So one bought me the game room where you get locked in the room and you have to find your way out, the panic room thing. That was super cool, right? I love those things. My other friend got me, we actually made reservations for this restaurant that I've been wanting to go to for a really long time. I've just never gone or had anybody to go with. So she made reservations there. We went and had an amazing lunch. So that was an experience, right? Another one bought me a wine and cheese tasting event because you all know me and I love wine. So you can buy experiences for people as gifts. So when you're creating these ads, I don't care if you have a jujitsu school or a swim school, or if you actually have like a package people can buy, it's all in your copy and how you word it. Does that make sense? Let's see who else is on. Hey, Edgar. Hey, Paul. If that makes sense, let me know. If that sounds good for you guys, let me know. Other than that, let me know if you have any other questions. But yeah, so start talking about the holidays, guys, and start asking your clients for their sales numbers for at least 2 years. That way you can all you're looking for is peaks. Look for the dates where the peaks are. That way you know where to spend your ad dollars. I actually just reached out yesterday to one of the biggest like accident lawyers in Miami. And I'm probably going to do a mind hacking interview with them because they spend so much money in billboards and television and radio. Like I hear him on the radio all the time. So I actually reached out and got a response and they were like, yeah, sure, we'd be interested. And so I'm going to do that mind hacking interview to see like, okay, what's in your mind and why are you doing billboards and television and radio and have you tried digital marketing? So if you guys haven't watched the mind hacking interviews, that's in one of my modules, but it's kind of a way for you to get in the mindset of the business owner so that when you pitch that business owner or similar business owners, you already know what they want and what their pain points are. So in a sense, it's kind of like customer research, but on the business side, right? So I'm excited about that one. Ooh, and I'm also excited about the email template bank because I just got like some of the drafts today and they were amazing. So yeah, so if you guys have any more questions about the holidays, gifts, what conversations you should be having with your clients, remember, if you start talking about the holidays now, it kind of keeps them in the mindset like, oh, I'm going to keep working with her for so many long or whatever. So yeah, let me know. If not, I'm going to hop off and get some work done. I know there's like always a delay, so I need to just like give it a second. If you had any value, let me know. If you thought any of these ideas were great, or if you haven't thought of this before, let me know below. Also, if you have any questions, maybe even put whatever your offer is or whatever your deal is, and I'll kind of help you in how to word it. I don't mind doing that either. Nikos, what's Amazon Wishes? I think Amazon Wishes is where you make like a list of stuff you want, and like a percentage goes to charity. I think that's what it is. Or is Amazon Wishes just like a list of things that you want? Because remember, like my whole thing is I didn't want things. I didn't want material things because I already have so much stuff, or I don't even have so much stuff because I'm more of a minimalist, but I just don't want things. I don't want material things. So I asked for experiences, and that's what I got. I thought it was a great idea. They struggled really hard to kind of figure out, like, shoot, what do we do? Like, who asked for experiences? But when you're a parent, like, for example, when I'm going to birthday parties for kids and stuff, and I know the parent really well, I'm always asking them, like, hey, what is it that you would normally be, paying for the kid, or what would you be doing for the kids? So, she'll tell me, oh, I have to buy her ballet outfit or her point shoes for this and this and this, or I need to, get her into these classes for camp and so on. So I've bought many, many times those type of deals that the kids are, at the end of the day, like the kids, especially if they're like 3 and 5, let's be real, they don't give a crap what you give them. The parent is actually the one that probably values it a lot more. So if you're buying them, like Michelle's saying, the jujitsu classes, 8 classes for $27, that's like a great offer, and plus a free karate suit, right? So actually, Michelle, if I were you, when it comes to the holidays, one, you need to package it like a holiday deal so people know that this is a holiday deal. Give the gift of self-defense or whatever it is. And also maybe put it in a bot so that they can make it a way somehow that they can buy online. You might not need to like process their payment, but maybe create an online credit card authorization form to capture them. So yeah, that's what I would do. I know I keep looking to left, guys. It's just because I guess I could be doing it here, but I'm trying to look at the comments. Hey Carlos, Nico's best thing to do is experience. Yeah, exactly. So like for example, I'm here in Australia and I'm gonna try to do some experiences. I did one like a virtual reality thing the other day. That was a lot of fun. Gonna do wineries this weekend. So all about experiences. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. If you have any more questions, put them below. If you think that was value, put them below. But start talking about the holidays with your clients. You're already late. Ask for those sales numbers. It's really important to know your business's peaks. And Nico says, packing your Amazon wish list is an easy way for people wishing to send you gift things. You could pack whichever you wish. Yeah, but see, that goes back to things. Like, I don't want things. So anyways, all right, guys, thanks.